Without a doubt, the coolest part of this airport is...
I got stuck. The only problem that we had was
we are at the world's coolest airport. Welcome back to yet another Attila and Zay video. And it might seem like I'm in a jungle based on the background over here, but we are actually in Singapore's Changi Airport, one of the world's, probably the world's coolest airport, and we cannot wait to show you guys around. If you have never heard about Singapore's Changi Airport, then you definitely want to stick around and watch this video because it literally has the coolest things in here. It might as well be its own city because it has so many cool things. And if you have heard of it, then still stick around and check it out because we're going to be exploring a lot, doing a lot of different activities. And yeah, we're just going to have a great time and let's explore it together.
This beautiful area is called the Jewel. It's located inside Changi Airport in Singapore, and this is a huge entertainment complex full of retail shops, different restaurants. This place is massive and it's beautiful.
Without a doubt, the coolest part of this airport is this space right here, which is the Jewel, like Zay mentioned. And the coolest part is the waterfall right in the middle of it all. As you can tell, this is the largest indoor waterfall in the world, and it just looks spectacular. It is 40 meters in height, and you can see that the water comes all the way up from the ceiling and goes down all the way down into the basement of the airport, and it is a spectacular sight. It also serves a little bit of a function as well. It's not just beautiful, it actually cools the air down here in the airport. It mists all the plants, and you can see the indoor garden as well. This garden right here is one of the largest indoor gardens in Singapore, and you can just see how tall it is, how beautiful, and just how many plants there are inside. It is a breathtaking area to explore and see if you're in the airport. Like I mentioned, the Jewel is one of the largest indoor gardens in all of Singapore, and it has over 2,000 trees and palms and over 100,000 different shrubs, which is just incredible. And as you already know, Singapore is known as the Garden City, and it all starts here at the airport. And as soon as you arrive, you can come here and check it out even before entering the city and get that vibe of the Garden City right away. Right now we are going to be heading up to the highest point in the Jewel, which is just up there. If you could see that golden color, it is the Discovery Slides, and that is the highest vantage point that you can check out the Jewel from, which is pretty incredible, and we're excited to see it from up there. So let's head up there right now.
Do you guys see this beautiful garden wall? These are all real individual potted plants. So cool. We just purchased tickets for the Canopy Park, which includes a couple different things: a Discovery Slide, a Foggy Bowl, a Topiary walk, and a pedal garden. We're going to be walking around to check all that out. It was so cheap for us, and if you wanted to come here and purchase other tickets, they do have a lot of different packages for different attractions here. There's even an annual pass. If you live here or you're spending a long time here, you can purchase that. We're going to go check out the stuff on this ticket right now.
The very first thing that we are going to be checking out is the Topiary walk, and it starts right over here, and you can see that there's a couple of different things. There's all kinds of animals. There's a chameleon over here, and there are some orangutans over here. And an interesting fact about these right here is that they're actually all made with recycled and reusable materials, and these orangutans actually are made with coconut tusks as the fur, which is really interesting and cool.
I always tell Attila the saying, reduce, reuse, recycle. It's something that was engraved into our brains in grade school, and when we started this Topiary walk, we saw a slogan that this is actually their method here. They're saying this, everything that you see here is made from recycled material, which is really cool.
To keep on with the recycle theme, you can see these benches right here. These are also all recycled, and there also are different kinds of wooden benches throughout the airport that are recycled, and when the trees die and they have to be cut down, they're actually reused, they're not wasted. So this is an example of that as well, and it's just really cool how sustainable everything is here, and we're enjoying this walk a lot, and we gotta say that the $5 fee was completely worth it.
So worth it. We mentioned how green this airport is, and did you guys know that there are 100-year-old trees here in this area, in this airport?
Included in this $5 ticket is the Discovery slides, which is just right behind me, and we're gonna be going down the slide right now. And you could also use it as a viewing deck. This Discovery slide right here is actually the highest point that you can view the jewel from and the waterfall, which is gonna be a spectacular view. We're gonna go ahead and check it out and come down the slides.
I got stuck. Going down that slide was so much fun. You literally feel like a kid again. It was so fast, and I got a little bit of like a burn because my shirt went up and I was going down the metal slide. Still fun regardless.
That was definitely a lot of fun coming down these slides. There are the holes that you come out of, and there's a couple different slides, but I think only one of them might have been open right now. But you definitely feel like a kid again coming down those slides. It was lots of fun, and the view was absolutely spectacular.
We're going back to ancient time, pre-COVID, water fountains. Are you enjoying yourself over there?
I'm loving it. Although this attraction is meant more for kids, we're kids at heart, both Zay and I, and we're having a great time walking around here. And the fog is just cool anywhere you go and anytime you see it. We love it.
This olive tree right here behind me is one of the oldest trees in the Jewel, and fun fact, it weighs 3.5 tons. That's insane. And also another fun fact, this bench right here that I'm sitting on is actually made from an old tree from here.
Another attraction that we are not going to be visiting because we didn't pay for this one, it is called the Manulife Skynets. It's like a bouncing net. It's right up there, as you can see, and it gets you really close to the roof of the Jewel. But yeah, like I was saying, we are not going to be going up. I can see a couple people up there, they're climbing and they're enjoying it, but there are so many different activities that you can do here, and you can buy like bundles of the activities like Zay mentioned earlier. So we just got the cheapest one to see a couple different things, but right now we are heading towards the last thing that we're seeing here, which is the flower petal garden.
Fun fact for you guys, Attila is a DJ. He has DJ'd for a really long time and he loves music, and he's actually a really good DJ.
Spectacular performance. From May 27th to June 26th, there's a really cool activity that you can do right now here at the Jewel, and it is glamping. It's right behind me. You can see all the tents being set up, and Zay and I found out about this and we thought it would be extremely cool to make a video about it, but then we saw the price and we quickly changed our minds, because just check this out guys, it is $320 per night if you want to glamp here for one night, Monday through Thursday, and it is $360 if you're doing it on the weekend, and that is way out of our budget. Maybe in the future when we have a little bit more money, but right now we obviously are not doing it. But it's very cool if you can afford it to stay here. You can actually sleep here at the airport overnight, which is really cool. There definitely are not a lot of airports in the world where you can go to and just hang out. And if you have an airport in your city, you probably never think about going there to hang out, or you're not allowed to go unless you are flying or something like that. But Singapore's airport is obviously very different. You can actually, like Zay was mentioning earlier, buy an annual pass, come here and enjoy all the different activities, and there's a lot to do here. There's also a movie theater that we didn't mention. There's a hotel. There are endless amounts of activities, and not only that, but they change year-round. There's different activities that come up, like the tenting, for example, the glamping that we showed you just now, and others that just pop up throughout the year. So they just turned the water off, and there's this very fine mist that came out of here, and that looks absolutely magical right there. It's so beautiful. It looks like it was for a little short burst, but it was really nice to experience that and see it, and the water is coming back on right now. Also guys, as you can tell, this is all like fresh water coming from basically a tap over there. But when it rains, it's actually a rain vortex because all of the rain gets channeled through and it falls down here, which is really cool. There are hundreds of different restaurants and probably close to 1,000 shops here, but we're not really going to be walking through and looking at the different shops and restaurants because pretty much every airport will have like restaurants and shops and malls and stuff. But this place has a ton of them, lots of different shopping, basically every store you can ever think of. But right now we are going to head over to Terminal 2 and check out some other cool things and show you guys.
We made our way across the airport to the arrival hall of Terminal 2, and we are doing one last really cool thing in this video. We're going to be going on a bike ride, and not just any bike ride, a Jurassic Mile. Attila is downloading the app right now to be able to rent these bikes. They're all solar powered, and you can see that there's a lock right there that you can only unlock by downloading the app and paying for the bike ride. And once we get that figured out, we are gonna go on a really cool ride, and we can't wait to show you guys because it sounds really cool, it looks really cool from what we've read, and we can't wait to do it.
We just finished unlocking our bicycles. Mine is still unlocking. As you can see, there are green bikes and there are red bikes, and there are two different apps and two different companies. The green one is called Anywheel, and the one that I'm using is called SG Bikes. And we tried to unlock two green bikes, but it was not working. The app only lets you unlock one bike at a time, which is kind of interesting because what if there's two of you, like there's two of us, we can only unlock one bike at a time. And yeah, it's kind of weird, but mine's unlocking right now. Zay is already unlocked. We did have to use two different apps, which kind of sucks because we unlocked hers a while ago and I think her time might be running low. But yeah, we're about to start this bike ride shortly. As you can tell, we have started the bike ride, and this trail is extremely long. Actually, you can go all the way to Marina Bay, which is, I believe, like a 19-kilometer bike ride, but we're only going to be doing a very small section of it, which is about 3 kilometers, I believe, and we're going to see some really cool stuff along the way, and we'll show you everything. Just like Zay mentioned in the beginning of this ride, this is called the Jurassic Mile, and you can see it's going to be all dinosaur themed. And this is a permanent setup, so you can come here and ride from the city all the way to the airport or vice versa. And you can see a lot of cool dinosaurs, and we're really excited to see them. There's going to be a whole bunch of them, and a lot of them are really tall and really cool, and we're just excited to both see it.
Let's go! you guys can tell how sweaty I am, but that was such a long bike ride. So worth it, so fun. A lot of greenery along the way. Really nice paved path. It's warm out, so be prepared for that. But it is so worth it because you go past so many different dinosaurs, massive statue looking ones, and they're colorful. There's different kinds. There's sounds associated with them as you walk past and drive past and ride past. There's people walking on the walkway too, not just bicycle riders. But it's definitely worth it. It's really cool. I think it would be cooler at nighttime because you wouldn't be as sweaty, and it's just a lot of fun. We recommend it if you guys want to come check it out. The only problem that we had was the fact that we couldn't rent two of the same bicycles on the same app. We had to get separate apps. And also, you have to park them back in a designated area or you get charged $20. So we couldn't find one that was close with the two different bike companies. So we had to bike all the way back to the airport and leave them in the spot that we got them. So that's kind of like the bummer about it, but everything else was really awesome. If you guys liked a specific part about the video, please leave a comment down below, leave a like and subscribe. We will see you in the next one.